So for today's video, we're going to be doing another one of those deck testing videos. I'm going to play 2 games, win or lose. Today, the deck I'm using is Tempo Assassin. It is very heavily inspired by EndoZoa and his list that he used in the qualifiers and the Masters series. EndoZoa's list is something that is traditionally used to target aggressive decks, lots of shackle, things that kind of help you win the race. There's also a decent amount of reach in the deck as well. So it's just flexible. I like it. I've been playing it a bit on the ladder. So we're going to, again, jump right in, play 2 games, win or lose, see how it goes, and talk through some of the decisions. This, again, it's not an exact copy of EndoZoa's list. I did a earlier video of Karakan Jewel's Catapult Warrior. That one was like card for card exact copy. This one has a couple of small changes, like I'm running Telvas Magister. I'm just a really big proponent of it. I'm not saying that mine is correct. In fact, EndoZoa, I usually would defer to his expertise for many things because he puts a lot of time into playtesting his lists. So we are going first against Monk right out of the gate here. And we're going to keep the Skulk and the Matron, throw back the Bolt because we would prefer to get that off of a Prophecy. And alright. This hand would be pretty amazing if we had the Ring. Sadly, we do not, and our opponent is likely going to answer with a Skulk of their own.
I stand ready.
And no.
Greetings.
A Sly Marshblade. So we'll go ahead and play a Skulk. Wouldn't shock me if our Skulk gets eaten, but
Scaleless coward.
I have to assume this is probably some form of mid-range or strike monk.
I keep a spare blade.
We're going to use this to contest. We can't let them get too much of a lead. We also would like to stick this. We could have also played Corner Club, but by playing this, we can have Corner Club eat our dagger or whatever comes from the Elder Gleam at any given point, so...
Scaleless coward.
Okay. Not a great turn for us, sadly. Not a great turn at all. Hive Defender, bit of a thorn in our side. So we do have the Mournhold if we wanted to contest this and get it out of the way. We could also, I guess, just Mournhold over here to get rid of this. Though dealing with the Hive Defender feels a little preferable. Or we could just Corner Club and hope for some answers. Kind of a tough spot to be in, really. I think we're gonna go with Mournhold because it lets us contest the best. So we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Of course, I'm on your side.
Careful there, friend.
And that was actually a giant play mistake. That was a big play mistake. Alright, so my train of thought was that I wanted to get the damage on the Hive Defender. But, oh, actually, he's just going to run it away. I was expecting him to just eat the Sweet Roll, make me chew through my words, but instead he utilizes the Monk Strike, which is fair. Not much I can do about that.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
We're kind of in a rough spot. Strike Monk, I'm pretty sure, is a bad matchup for us on this list unless we get a lot of the Shackle. Because the ability to hide in the Shadow Lane and then run away with Monk Strike, the ability to get a lot of burst with Swift Strike, both of those create problems that this deck generally cannot deal with. So we're playing from behind here. Combination of the Ring and a potentially bad matchup.
Care to make a friendly wager?
Oh, We need to top deck a lightning bolt bad for that. We cannot afford to let them draw. And that is not what we were looking for. Alright. Our opponent is about to get a bunch of cards. So we're going to go ahead and play the Elder Gleam. That also doesn't really help us at the moment.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
I think we just legitimately have to try to race. Just push as much damage as possible at this point because they've got 9 on the board and they're about to draw a bunch of cards. We could not break a rune, but at this point I don't think it helps us to do that.
Your blood will spill! Care to
I'm
make
just going to go ahead and get rid of the
friendly
Cliff Strider because that doesn't help us. And this attacks potentially for 4. So in theory, we've got 14 on the board. We would need 10 more. With prophecy help, we could maybe get there.
You bet on the wrong side.
It's not likely, though.
Scaleless coward.
So now we've got a decision to make. And I feel like it's almost that we just throw this face. Because everything else that's on the board we could deal with right now anyway. And if we top deck the right thing, then we could maybe race. That doesn't help us though. There's no prophecy there that's good for us.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Yeah.
Have business with House Halalu.
Daggers in the dark. I think he was trying to get a dagger here because of Swift Strike. I think right now they've got a Swift Strike in their hand. They were trying to find lethal. If I had to guess by their behavior. There is the Swift Strike. And they take that out recognizing the risk. Now the problem here is that we do not have 10 extra points of damage. Like not even a little bit. And we do not, because of the trade, have any way to prevent our death. Because we can shackle something. We can trade. And then because of curse, I mean, I also have to assume he's either got Monk Strike or Swift Strike or Cliff Racer or one of like a million things in their hand. But we just don't have a way to prevent lethal at the moment. That did not find us any additional ways to prevent lethal either.
You bet on the wrong side.
So,
Didn't see this coming, eh?
all we can really do now
Your blood will spill!
and there I go making that mistake where I didn't saturate my magicka. That's probably going to come back to haunt me. Curse there, I guess. Sure. Should be one less, but it doesn't matter. We need a prophecy to not die, and that's assuming they have 0 reach.
My business is none of theirs.
And there you go.
A formidable
So,
display. Behold my power.
I think that I think there was a number of things that went wrong for us there. I think it's a bad matchup, for one, for us. Because like I said, they've got a lot of ways to avoid our tempo plays. But also, their ability to hit the board first. They answered our Goblin Skulks both times. They had the Gourmet, then they had the Hive Defender. I made the mistake, was punished a different way, but I did make a play mistake, so that was a problem as well. Yeah. Just all around bad for us. We really would like a 2-drop. We don't know what kind of Redoran we're facing. If it's against an aggressive version, the pet's a pretty good keep. Daggerfall's a good value keep. Not exactly the kind of 2-drop we were hoping for. That's a better 2-drop. That'll hopefully let us be proactive. You can lead off with this, but this is a great form of reach. It's also incredibly great on your warded creatures so that they can trade up, give you a lot of value.
Your blood will spill.
I would really like to develop Daggerfall here, but
Of course I'm on your side.
it's hard. We've got a ward to potentially protect this. Hard removal and or charge creatures. Slow it down a bit. We're okay with that.
Your blood will spill.
Of course I'm on your side.
Again, could have maybe got Daggerfall in. So far this looks like it's an aggressive Redoran list. We've seen Plunder and Cast Out. And now Mundus Stone. I don't even know how to process that. I'm not gonna lie, gang.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
And then a First Rune Prophecy. So it's Plunder, Cast Out, Mundus Stone, First Rune Prophecy. Into the Mummify. I mean, Daggerfall's not bad, but I also kind of like Queen here. Pushes a lot of damage, potentially. Not a fan of the drain portion, however.
I am the queen.
But I do like attacking for 6. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
This one stands ready.
Okay. Tis an interesting list, I'll give him that.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
We're gonna actually Daggerfall over here, and then Shackle it, because it got drained and we don't want them to heal. Also, Daggerfall's coming over here because if we don't end up pushing for lethal, the reach on this allows Daggerfall to trade. That's assuming something horrible goes wrong here, though, right? Like, we've got a lot of ways to trigger lethal damage, and yeah, that's actually just going to be it.
Didn't see this coming,
So, I don't even know what to say about that game. Like, we didn't get to showcase anything other than if you play creatures and your opponent doesn't, then you win. So we got to see a bad game with a bad matchup, and then a non-game. We might end up doing another video on this list because I feel like this wasn't properly showcased. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, may you walk on warm sands.